This video is brought to you by that one company that nobody knows or gives a shit about. Back for more, I see. I hope you kept your undies clean cause you will absolutely shit yourself from contempt after watching this video. It's time for me to talk about what nobody wants to talk about, and especially not want to be called out for. The fucking goddamn Mary Sue. Okay, so many of you don't actually know the full definition of Mary Sue, as many of you think that a Mary Sue is some ultra good white knight that is perfect in every way. That is just a fraction of what a Mary Sue is. In fact, there's this common neo-Mary Sue bullshit that teenagers tend to love writing in their stories. You know, the troubled, misunderstood, trenchcoat wearing edgelords? Oh yeah, they also have a mysterious bloody past. It is quite likely that the Mary Sue sections will cover more than one video, as I don't like making videos longer than 15 minutes if I can help it. Anyways, let's begin by defining what a Mary Sue is. A Mary Sue is a character that is not vulnerable to their own flaws or problems. The personality and moral compass of the Sue varies from story to story, so you could be this ideal white knight bullshit hero, or some guy that has the emotional range of Kristen Stewart paired with the edginess of a 12-year-old RuneScape player. But the general idea of the Sue is to make readers think they are cool and respect them. Yes, emphasis on think, but not immersed or relate. This is really bad for those of you who don't know. Remember when the swarm of people came out about Rey being a Mary Sue from Star Wars? She is definitely not one of the most extreme cases, but I will still categorize her as a Mary Sue. Anyways, I won't be using a lot of fanfiction specific stories as examples, unless they are very popular, as many people might have read them, so I'll just be using canon Sues. Oh yeah, for those of you that don't know, canon Sues are Mary Sue characters in an actual franchise. Now, I will be speaking about two Mary Sues, which is Luffy from One Piece and Urza Scarlet from Fairy Tail. Some of you might be thinking, wait, Luffy can be a Mary Sue? He had to train and shit, and also kinda stupid dense, has no harem, I mean unless we count Hancock and the other bitches, and struggles through his problems. This is actually the type of Mary Sue I want to talk about because shonen manga are filled with these type of Sues. I don't think there's an actual term, but I'm going to call it like the plot armor and friend maker Sue. What I mean by that is no matter how hard things get or how grave the plot seems, the character basically just won't die and will be pulled out of danger or accomplish feats considerably impossible based on prior training. Basically, a bullshit ass pull. A perfect example of where he got the plot armor treatment was his battles against Crocodile. He was stabbed through the stomach by him and then saved by Nico Robin, who managed to hide herself from the guy who can control sand in a freaking desert and be near enough to save someone who just got impaled through his chest by like giant hook. The second time, he is completely dried up the fuck by Crocodile, like drier than the fucking desert. But the water he spits at him straight up at the beginning lands on him, rehydrating him completely. That is the ultimate plot armor. Now, keep in mind that a Mary Sue trait that pretty much all shonen manga protagonists share is their uncanny ability to make friends. Even when from people who absolutely hated them or wanted to kill them, you know, like Gaara with Naruto, this trait is unrealistic no matter the setting, and really there's no justifying this sort of trait in the character without it being a Sue trait. Unless somebody ate like a friend food or some other bullshit. It's like being the protagonist of shonen manga is to be like born with a PhD in psychology and have a license in therapy. Remember the Marineford? Everyone randomly started to protect Luffy and his goals. Everyone just sort of fought off whoever blocked him. Now keep in mind that I love that arc. It was probably filled with amazing, awesome scenes. You know, perfect examples of dramatic sensationalism. But in a literary perspective, Sue as bloody ass. Now let's move on to Urza, Queen of the Sues, equipper of the plot armor, and random plot conveniences. Now I'm sure this is far more agreeable when compared to the first example. Urza Scarlet was written somewhat decently before the 7-year time skip. However, there are more fanfiction things than just Nakamamization. Remember when she got turned to stone, but you know, didn't, because somehow having a fake eye negates eye magic and end up defeating Evergreen. That's some next level shitfix explanation right there. Mashima didn't even bother to say that Urza has some sort of magic countering eye just for situations like these. Nope, just a regular ass plastic or glass eye. Oh yeah, somehow shows immune to Midnight's illusions too because of that eye. See what I mean? It doesn't take some PhD 200 IQ plus genius to see that this is hella Sue. Still not convinced? What about when she had all her bones broken, then slashed a giant meteor in bloody half? Or when she was at Irene's mercy and then she just killed herself despite no relationship developing to that point. A mother can never kill her daughter. More like, this plot armor could not be any thicker. That is not how you want to write a character. If you're an author writing an OC, don't be afraid to have him get away with lasting injuries. Look at how to Train Your Dragon. Hiccup lost his leg. Don't bother writing an extremely tense moment with no foreseeable way to escape, just for your author-ass divine protection to go in and bullshit them fuck out of there at the last second. Now that you guys have a basic idea of what constitutes a Mary Sue, and the various degrees of being one, perhaps now you understand why some people say that characters are Mary Sues, or not Mary Sues. I'll do a small section on informed flaws next video, and hopefully everyone watching will be able to identify Mary Sues from a mile away. Of course, just because you know a character is a Sue, don't fret. You know, many characters, movies, manga, and fan fiction especially are Mary Sues. You know, whether or not you know that, it doesn't really take away the enjoyment factor. It's kind of like an after-the-fact discussion topic, or just some fun fact. Anyways, I hope you booked your appointments for chemotherapy because you have no doubt varying stages of cancer, possibly terminal, after hearing me sprout an entire garden of bullshit once again. Oh yeah, again, like this to die instantly. See ya, you cunts.